So recently, the new WWE game came out, and I knew it. He fell asleep.
Wake me up when you get to me making my own character.
What should I say to you?
What was it? The basket case Dickie Buster.
Yeah. Well, the character I made for the My Rise mode, which is the My Career mode.
This shit's right up my alley too.
Yeah,
I'm not a big old like wrestling guy, but man, I was just like, wait a second, you could change the color of the shorts. Well, how many times?
That's the thing that kills me about these
fucking
games
love this
is I play them more just for the character design, just to make superheroes.
That's almost part of Madden that I like the most is when you draft new players like that you didn't make up, but also you get to make up your own players.
Yeah. But anyway,
so you're best of both worlds.
So I'll briefly kind of talk about it. So
take your time, man.
Well, I'm not really into pro wrestling, unless I've been watching.
We just saw pro wrestling at Bacon.
I know,
Fest.
but
I
haven't been like watching WWE programming. I mean, I've been watching like AEW stuff occasionally, but
so you're like with me with Marvel. You're a WWE whore.
Not anymore.
Oh,
because this company is just.
Wow.
Anyway,
strong thoughts from Jake.
Not a fan of Vince.
On off-panel, off-topic about WWE.
Nice.
Cutting edge.
Nice.
Wow. How'd you get that effect?
I come out to the ring and they're like,
bad mother crusher.
How do I sound when I get in the ring?
What?
No.
How do you sound?
Come on.
Shut your face up and do it.
It's literally my voice.
Pizza time.
No.
Yes.
Thank you. Jesus Christ.
Nice.
That would be funny if I got to the ring like everybody's like, all right, quiet down. Pizza time. Yes. Yeah.
Then me in the audience.
Nice.
And then you're like,
$1 million, bitch.
all right, stop it. All right. Yeah, my thing is I've been a WWE and just pro wrestling fan for a while, but it's a thing of like I'm the stereotypical kind of guy that's like as I've gotten older I dip in and out of it because it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
And it
is stupid.
And that's why I love it. I'm not one of those people that's like, oh, it's fake or whatever. No, it is choreographed because if you truly watch a match, they're calling out the moves. They're creating a scene for you. It's cool because it's a combination of you and I we've talked about this before with John Cena and Peacemaker and stuff. It's the idea that they have to do so many things at once. They have to do stunt performance, they have to do fight choreography, they have to
be athletic.
They have to do character work, so they have to taunt
Acting.
the crowd. They have to do that. Yes, they have to sell
basically being an MC.
They have to sell injuries like, oh, he keeps stomping my arm, so my arm has to hurt, so I have to drag my, like there's an art to it. There's a performance to it. And that's why I've always liked pro wrestling. So and naturally I've always played the games. And this is going back to like fucking PS2. I played SmackDown vs. Raw was the first game that I played. Even though I know SmackDown Here Comes the Pain is the superior game. We all know.
Wow. Yeah, duh.
Come on, guys.
What are you, stupid?
No, but every I've kind of played it on. It's like how and it's the way they designed it. It's like any other sports game. It's like Madden for me, where maybe not every year I get it, but like every other year I'd pick it up and play it and enjoy it. And it's always been, because I could create my own characters and belts.
I had a blast. I could have done that for another hour.
Well, that's the thing. Back in the day, they even got to the point of like create a story where you can make your own storylines for your wrestlers, and you could upload it to other people and other people could play your
you know what I'd make my story?
What?
Just a small town boy.
I hate you so much. Anyway, the series really took a nosedive because the THQ is the company that had made the original games. They went bankrupt. So then Take-Two and 2K picked up the license and started doing it in it's almost been 10 years that they've had the license.
Yeah.
2013 was the first game they produced it, which was 2K14, which I would argue was the last great wrestling game, like last great WWE game. And it's kind of really gone downhill. I mean, I play a lot of 2K19. It was great, but 2K20 was a fucking nightmare. Like, there was parts where wrestlers' faces would disappear, so it would just be like eyeballs and teeth, like nightmare fuel. Like, people would clip through because it was a broken game that shouldn't have been released. Like, it was just like people would glitch out into the ring and like disappear and just fall through the game world, and like they would randomly get hit and like do random flips into rope. You should just watch YouTube compilations of how janky that fucking game looks.
Which
it's
one?
Crazy. WWE 2K20. I'm trying to sneeze right now.
You don't have photo, whatever that is, where you look at a bright light and it makes you sneeze?
I don't know. Maybe. Anyway, so this game, so it's been 2.5 years since the last WWE game, which, if you think of like traditional sports games, this is unheard of.
Mm.
Madden, if it sucks, and it has for a while,
What sucks about it?
there's not enough features that you would have. Dude, there's
Oh my god.
the gameplay isn't as
You
fun.
still gonna do franchise?
Yeah, but it's not
Okay,
as
that's
good
fine.
as it was.
Yeah, all right. Well,
I want to be able to do the things that,
Oh,
like where
like
I
what?
control. Like, first of all, like the little touches, like the fake radio show. Where's that at? I used to love that. Or the idea that I could do like what you could do in ESPN 2K5, where you could like sign players out of retirement. You can, excuse me. There's so many other things. Point is, this game has sucked for a while, WWE. So this is such a refreshing surprise to actually play this game and enjoy myself and have fun. Like, and I'm talking about the gameplay itself, because 2K19, while I think it's a fine wrestling game, I think that I just didn't like the control scheme where they went with it.
Mm.
And this game is more of a return to the PS2 style, more arcade blend with a little bit of simulation.
Mm.
So whereas for the last few years it'd been really hyper focused on, like, if you got into a submission, you'd have to wriggle the stick in the right way and fill up the circle so you can get out of it.
Wriggle the stick.
Do all
right.
well, yeah, pretty much.
I know it's stick you were
Yeah, you
wiggling.
know. And then really just
Yeah, you know, baby.
you know it.
Nice.
Rum diggy dick.
Yes.
So it's so refreshing to finally play a wrestling game that I actually enjoy
Refreshing.
playing. Because
Yeah.
when 2K19, most of the time I spent was in the character creation stuff.
Put
and
it in. Yeah.
just fucking around with the creation suite.
It is fun though. I
No,
made
it's still
myself. I gave myself a
dude.
Day of the Dead face paint.
Dude, of the current
The mohawk.
of the current era 2K WWE games, this is almost up to 2K14 in levels of character creation that you can do. It's fucking nice because I love it.
Fucking nice.
Yeah. Well, and you know
What?
what? I just can't wait for
What?
I can't wait to get into the community creations and see like all the different characters people make of like the different comic
That's
book
a weekend.
characters. I think that at some point we need to really consider the off-panel off-wrestling championships and do some community creations, make some characters. I don't know. Could be fun. Anyway, yeah. So, here's an indication of how much I've enjoyed it. I picked it up Friday night, and I played it until 3 a.m. on Friday. And then I spent most of Saturday playing it. So that says just how much I've enjoyed this game.
You know
So-
what that calls for on the board?
Nice.